Teyvat Grand Library presents Diary of Roald the Adventurer, Volume 1. Salteray. My shoes are completely waterlogged after trekking here from the banks of the Hua Marsh. The last time I took them off to pour the water out, a frog jumped out. From the scale of this ruin, I suspect it is a temple that provided safe refuge for civilians during the Archon War several millennia ago. I've heard that the god of salt built such a palace. Liyue folklore holds that she was the gentlest of the gods. In the brutality and chaos of wartime, human beings were puny and disposable, but the salt god refused to join the other gods in their senseless battle for dominance, instead choosing to give shelter to those dispossessed by the war. She brought them here to build a new settlement. She then showed them kindness and comfort. And even as global upheaval ushered in the end of an epoch, she worked tirelessly to bring about a return to peace between the gods. It seems that most parts of the ancient city have sunk into the riverbed of Bishui River. It's fortunate that the foundation of the temple is still here after all of this time. She amassed a group of followers who settled in the area now known as Salteray and lived a humble existence. The city stood for several centuries, finally falling with the downfall of the god herself. The gentlest of gods fell not in battle, but at the hand of other gods. She fell at the hand of one of her own people, the people she had loved so very dearly. He was the first king of the people, and also the last. He had once loved the god of salt, just as the rest did, but as a mere mortal, he ultimately could not fathom the self-sacrificial love the god embodied. He sought after military might, in the hope that the city might be able to hold its own in defense and attack. And so, to demonstrate that gentleness was a virtue unfit for the times, he took a sword and ended the life of the lone, defenseless god. No sooner had she met her demise than the temple itself collapsed, and the people's city crumbled like salt into the earth. As for the treacherous king's fate, theories abound but none are certain. Some say he continued to reign in solitude from the ruins for centuries, finally turning to dust long after the cries of war had subsided. The ruins had been engulfed by the river, and insects had hollowed out his scepter. Others say that he took his own life after taking that of the god, unable to bear the guilt of deceit that weighed upon his conscience. In any case, the people on whom the salt god had once looked so fondly became scattered across Liyue. In the safe haven of Liyue Harbor, under the rule of the Geo Archon, they and their story survived, and that is why we still hear about them to this day. Rumors say that the salt god's body can still be found somewhere in the depths of the ruins. Though her body has turned to salt, it still maintains her posture from the moment she was struck by the king's sword. It looks like we're in for some heavy rain. Dark clouds are gathering as far as the eye can see. I'd better get moving. I'm going to head northwest to Monchis. Hopefully, I can make it there before the rain gets too heavy. And hopefully, it's not such a mad dash that I lose my diary en route.